Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Wednesday evening to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in week 11 of our San Diego Red Dragons franchise, and we are taking on the 3-6 Denver Broncos. And we got a couple more home games, and then we got a road game stand, and then playoffs arise. So that's going to be interesting to see. I can't wait for playoffs and the beginning of season 2 for the Red Dragons. In 2 episodes, week 13 is when we're really gonna see the playoff schedule, and we'll be, I think, in one of the first few seeds, so that's good to see. So without further ado, we'll see you at kickoff.
Today, from San Diego, California, it's week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Cam Newton and San Diego taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is kickoff time here at SeaWorld Stadium in San Diego, California. The Denver Broncos are ready to kick this one off as the San Diego Red Dragons will be ready to return. They get stopped at the 28, so we actually traded Cam Newton for one of our practice squad players, Brian Romano, the rookie. He really didn't start a single snap all season, so he was on that practice squad for quite a bit. But I'm traded him for a better quarterback, which was Newton. So he throws his pass. That's going to be an incompletion. So we're going to use a quick slants route. And I did put Adam Buxton on the practice squad. Reason why is I wanted to take a little break from him. I know he's a rookie, and he is one of those developing players. He's learning the game more and more as he progresses throughout the regular season. But I hand the ball off to Justin White, and he only gained about a yard on that play. So this last episode against the Baltimore Ravens, which I will have the link to the video in the description, he had the best performance so far in his rookie season. And not only that, this was his first game in his NFL career to rush for more than 100 yards in a single game. And he scored 4 touchdowns. I mean, in his week 3 debut against the Pittsburgh Steelers, I didn't expect him to run that far, but he did. And I will also have that link to the video from against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's going to be a first down and 10. Travis Kelce with that 27-yard reception. We're going to use the I-form run play. We're going to use a halfback misdirection on first and goal. We're at the 6-yard line, so we're just going to hand this off to Justin White. And Justin White doesn't gain that much, gains about 5 yards. So he doesn't necessarily get a touchdown, but we got other drives too. I mean, Newton's going to hand this one off to Justin White. And actually, Justin White does get his 12th touchdown on the season. And it's going to be a 7-0 lead for the Red Dragons. Alright, first down and 10 now from the 34 here at SeaWorld Stadium in San Diego, California. Drew Lock is ready to perform in this episode for the Denver Broncos. So he's going to throw this one. And that's going to be an incomplete pass. So that will be a second down and 10 from the 34. And he doesn't want to make that mistake that he threw an incomplete pass. So he's going to throw this one. And that is intercepted by Mike Hilton, the former Pittsburgh Steelers safety. And this will be Denver's first turnover of the game. So we're going to run the ball with Justin White on first down and 10. Cam Newton hands it off to White, the Clemson product. And he has 5 carries, 14 yards, and a touchdown in this game. So he may be a 76, maybe 77 overall, but he's still working hard. He's still progressing. So that happens to a lot of rookies. So Justin White runs the ball. He does break a tackle. And Justin White gets this into the end zone for a touchdown. That's a 61-yarder. So he might be near at 100. So he's about 75 yards. So he's about 25 away from getting 100 yards rushing for a second straight game. All right, first down and 10 from the 35-yard line here at SeaWorld Stadium. Drew Lock throws an incompletion, so he's not off to a good. He isn't really off to the best start, actually. 0 for 3 there. He did throw an INT to Mike Hilton, and he's going to hand this off to Philip Lindsay. So he gains about 2 yards there, as it will become a 3rd down and 8 now for Denver. And this is strange because Denver, they're only 3-6 on the year, so they aren't gonna make the playoffs. So this ends the first quarter. All right, now 4th down and 4 from the 42-yard line here in San Diego, California. Tyreek Hill is actually ready to return this one, so he's gonna return this one. And he gets stopped at the 28-yard line. So that's going to be a 1st down and 10 from the 28. And we're going to run the ball. So we're actually going to run the ball with Justin White. So he has almost 100 yards rushing in this episode, which is what I like to see from this guy. I mean, he's a rookie, and he uses a nice juke move there. So he does get over 100 rushing yards in this episode. He has 644 this season, and he might have 700 by the end of this episode rushing yards this season. He could at least have 700, but we might be at 680, 690. And he has 139 rushing yards, Justin White, this season. So we're going to move the chains here, and I'm thinking about running the ball with Cam Newton. I mean, we've been more of a run team ever since, I think, last episode against the Baltimore Ravens, because Justin White, he is still progressing. He is a developing star player for this Red Dragons football franchise. And Cam Newton runs it in. He doesn't get it into the end zone quite yet, but I'll explain more after the 2-minute warning. All right, now 3rd and goal from the 3. We're only 3 yards in, so I actually get sacked on that play. So I am going to try to do a 4th and goal conversion, 4th down conversion, 4th and goal. We're only about 2 yards away from getting into the end zone. Question is, can we get it into the end zone from 2 yards out? The answer is yes, and the Red Dragons lead this one 21-0. All right, now 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line here in San Diego, California. And Drew Lock fires this one to Deshaun Hamilton. And that's going to be a 2nd and 3 from the 29. So 1:10 to go in this first half. Lock, he doesn't want to get sacked, but he does. And Ryan Kerrigan, the former Washington Redskins linebacker, makes that fumble recovery. So that's going to be a 1st and 10. So we're going to use a strong formation here. Slants route. And Cam Newton, he's back to pass. He's going to throw this one to T.Y. Hilton. So that's going to be a juke move there. And that's 3 for 4, 86 yards. So he's almost at 100 yards passing, which is what I'd like to see. That's what I seriously like to see. So I'm going to put in some John Ross. We really didn't see him play all the season. I mean, we've been more of Larry Fitzgerald, Tyreek Hill, all them good receivers. But I'm going to fire this one out to John Ross, and he gets stopped there at the 6. We have 111 passing yards. So we're going to move the chains here. And that's going to be a first and goal. So Newton, he's going to have to throw this one to John Ross. That's a touchdown. We'll see you guys in the second half. All right, now first down and 10 from the 30-yard line here at SeaWorld Stadium in San Diego. They're going to hand this one off to Deshaun Hamilton, and he runs the ball for the first time. He only gained about 2 yards there on that play, and they're at the 32. And he's going to throw this one, and it's actually Jerry Jeudy that claims that reception. And he claims this one and gets the first touchdown of the game for Denver. So that was a 68-yard passing touchdown. So that was pretty deep there. So the Red Dragons lead this one 29-7. All right, now it is kickoff time here at SeaWorld Stadium in San Diego. Tariq Cohen is actually ready to return this kickoff, and he's going to return it down at the 33-yard line. So we get to see more action with Cam Newton. And we are going to use the weak formation. And we're going to use a flanker drive featuring Travis Kelce, the Westlake, Ohio native. So first and 10, Newton. I'm actually going to run it. I'm not going to throw the ball this time. And I'm going to run it. And I'm going to get multiple yards there. So Cam Newton, 4 rushes, 49 yards, and a touchdown rushing wise. And there's only 2:42 left in the third, so you'll never know what Cam Newton does. So he's going to run it again. And he tries to break a tackle, and he gets stopped there at the 13. And that's going to be a first and 10, so we're going to use a power O run play. Clock's winding down pretty fast here in San Diego. And Newton, I'm thinking he's going to run it. And he gets stopped at the 5. 6 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown. So I'm just going to use a single back formation. I'm going to change up my receiver this time. And I'm going to put some Dion Lewis there. He hasn't really been a receiver type running back. I mean, he runs the ball more. That's how all running backs are. And Cam Newton throws this one to Dion Lewis. Touchdown, Red Dragons. All right, now first down at 10. Drew Lock, he's actually going to throw this pass, and that's going to be incomplete there. 111 yards, 5 for 10 there, 1 INT, and 1 touchdown. So I'm thinking they're going to throw this one. He gets pressured down there, but he doesn't complete the pass anyway. On third and 10 from the 30-yard line. And I am thinking they're going to do a passing play, and it's another one to Jerry Jeudy, and this time he might get his second touchdown of the game. And he doesn't, but he was pretty close there. I mean, he was stopped, but he did step out. He did step out of bounds there for a quick second, but then he got out of bounds and he did not get the touchdown. But whatsoever, Denver does get in the red zone, so Phillip Lindsay has 2 carries and 1 yard in, so he doesn't get the touchdown quite yet, but he should be able to on one of these few drives before taking the field goal attempt. So Melvin Gordon runs the ball, so that's a third and goal. Clock's winding down pretty fast here in San Diego in the third quarter, so the third quarter is about over. And we move on to the fourth. All right, third and goal from the 3-yard line. So they fire this one. It's intercepted by C.J. Mosley. We claim it at the 1. I don't like being this far behind. Even though we did get an interception, I'm just afraid that Denver is going to get a 2-point safety. So Justin White there runs the ball, and he has 158 rushing yards. All right, Denver did get a defensive touchdown there. And we actually were supposed to run the ball, but then we lost the possession of the football. So that ended up being a fumble recovery. So Denver now has 14 points up on the board. So they take this one to the house. Cam Newton, he gets sacked there by Bradley Chubb, and they actually recover it. So that's going to be a touchdown. So we'll see you guys when we're on defense. They're saying it was not a touchdown, so we didn't blow it all away. So this means we still have an opportunity to get a first down on this play. And like I've explained, I think in the last episode of why I hate doing booth review calls and all that, it's just not worth it. It just wastes time in a football game. And if they say he did it, if they say he got it into the end zone, there's no way you should officiate it, because, and like I said in the last video, it's not something you should officiate a whole lot. It's like they're there to review the call, not brag about it for like for like 5 minutes worth. If the fans say he did get it in, he did get it into the end zone. Alright, we ran it into the first goal line, so we're at 1st and 10. So Cam Newton, he's going to run the ball, and he's going to get stopped at the 11. He doesn't necessarily gain nor lose any yards, but Malik Collins for the Denver defensive line appears to be injured. We don't know if he's going to return or not, but it's this late in the game, so probably he won't with only 41 seconds left. And we're at 3rd and 9. Anything can happen on 3rd and 9. Touchdown, field goal, interception. But T.Y. Hilton does claim that touchdown. And that will conclude the game here at SeaWorld Stadium in San Diego, California. All I want to say is thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next episode. We'll see you at stats. Alright, Drew Lock, 82.3 passer rating, 9 for 16, 208 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 INTs on the day. Cam Newton will probably be player of the game. Perfect pass rating for this guy right there. 10 for 11, 3 passing touchdowns on the day. Cam Newton, he had 1 touchdown rushing-wise on the day with 7 broken tackles. And he has 4 in all in today's episode. Justin White had 9 carries, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns on the day, 8 broken tackles for him. Congrats to Justin White. T.Y. Hilton, Dion Lewis, Jerry Jeudy, and John Ross III all claimed touchdown receptions in today's episode. Sacks-wise, Bradley Chubb had 1.5. Chris Jones, Alexander Johnson, Michael Algiwa. No, he didn't have any sacks, but there weren't a lot of sacks in today's episode. Mike Hilton and C.J. Mosley both claimed INTs. There were no defensive touchdowns, so that basically wraps it up. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next episode. Have a great Wednesday.